Guys, welcome back to my channel Automation Hub Sathak, and in today's video we will learn how to open any browser via Selenium without using system.set property or WebDriver manager. In 2019, late 2019 November onwards, in one of my playlist sections of Selenium WebDriver, I think I had put up a video of how to open browsers without using system.set property. But a student recently said ki we want to know even how to do this without using WebDriver manager. So technically I'm putting up this video with respect to the fact that you can open any browser without using system.set property, and you also did not use WebDriver manager. So let's go ahead and start. Before we go ahead and start, I need to tell you one thing about how do you do a proper setup of this. You go to selenium.dev website and go to the download section of the same. Okay, scroll down and you come to the browser section. Okay, platform supported by Selenium, come to browser section, and whichever browser driver executable you want, let's say for example you're working for Chrome, open this link in new tab and see current stable release is Chrome driver 88.0 and all that, and the previous stable release was this. First and foremost, go and check what is your Chrome version, and if you see mine is currently 87 point whatever, so I'm gonna download this. And looking at my Windows 64-bit or 32-bit, or if you're using Mac or Linux machine, whatever, so you'll get that option here, and then you can download that. Once you click on this, you will get these options. I have done for Windows Chrome driver Win32, because for Win32 and Win64 this is the one, and this is for Mac, this is for Linux, and this is for some other M1 zip. So these are the ones which will be helpful for Windows users, whether they're using 32 or 64-bit. You can download this. Now the trick is, if you want to download all these browser driver executables, you can go ahead and do it in one go. Do one thing, uh, make a particular folder. Like I have created a Selenium folder, inside it I have gone browser drivers, and here I have made a common drivers, and in this particular folder I have kept all the browser driver executables over here itself. I have downloaded it from here, respective browser driver executables, and I have kept it in one common location. So now what, once you are done with this, copy this particular path. Okay, copy this path. you know you go to your this PC on my computer and right click on this PC and go to properties. Earlier what used to happen, then when you used to right click on properties on my computer or this PC, uh, on the left hand side you used to see advanced system settings as the fourth link. But now the UI has changed a bit because of the latest updates in your Windows 10. Whether I'm using a home edition, whether you're using a professional edition, probably you can still have a look. You will see the advanced system settings section. This advanced system settings link is technically used for us to configure our environment variables. Okay, so rather click here, then you come to the advanced tab, then click on this environment variables button over here, come to the system variables section, and here there will be a path. Just click on this particular path section and just click on edit. And now you see I have already given that path of the browser driver executable folder which I have kept. Okay, so I'll go to my Selenium and I have go to browser drivers, and I'll go to common drivers wherein I've kept all this. I've taken this particular path and I have kept it here. So you do the same, and then you click on OK, 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 and restart your system once. I'm advising you to restart your system because there are chances that it might not restart, that it might not work in Eclipse. So better restart your system, then come back to Eclipse. Okay, now let's see whether we can actually work over this. So we'll come here. Let's say I have browsers. I'll just click an option. I'll just click a class, and I'll just write testing. Okay, but I'm testing whether it is working or not. Okay, I'll not use any system.set property. I'll not use WebDriver. So what I'll do is I'll write public static WebDriver. Okay, and now here earlier what I used to do was I used to write system class. Sorry for the background noise, kids are playing. System dot set property, and I used to give, once again I have to pause this. Sorry kids. Okay, so here you used to write WebDriver dot Chrome dot driver, and in the value section you go ahead and give the path of the Chrome driver executable. right? So this is what we used to do. Let me go ahead and do it also again. So you used to go here, and wherever you have kept your browser, this is the traditional way of doing things. So I'll just go here, copy this particular path, come back to my Eclipse and paste this, and I'll give chrome driver.exe, and then this used to work fine for me. Okay, and then I used to give driver dot get, and let me open Google for that matter. Okay, then this thing used to open the Google website in our Chrome. Driver.manage. Let me maximize this. Now, instead of this, it'll work fine. Instead of this, we started using this web driver manager dot chrome driver dot setup. This is the one which we used to do. Now, many of my students ask, I don't want to do this. I do not even want to use WebDriver Manager. Then I said, fine, configure your environment variables, as simple as that. Okay. And now I'm not using any of this because I've commented both of them, right? So I'm just using this. It will still work because I have done the environment variables configuration. Let's run this. Oops, this is the mistake I have done. I have not declared this, right? Sorry. Now let's run this. I forgot to create the object of the implementing class Chrome driver. Okay, so now this will work absolutely fine. So you did not use WebDriver Manager or system.set property to only to run, but then again the question comes back to this. Let's say, for example, there are 10 different testers in your company and you are using the code, you are sharing the code, you're sharing all the code snippets and everything. So if that person is using WebDriver Manager, then also it will work for him, but the person who is not, it will also will work for him. So see, there are many ways you want to do this. It's up to you. You want to use this, there might be a problem. This is the one which has the maximum problem, because if you're pushing this code with this particular path, there is no hard and fast rule that all the 10 people working in your particular project will have the same path. And what if someone goes on site and then he changes the path over there, he gets a different machine which does not have a D drive at all, so technically everything will start changing again. Okay, so either you use this WebDriver Manager Chrome drive.setup, or you configure your uh, environment variables, give that particular path wherein everything is there. And that's probably the only solution which I have. And of course, do remember the fact that now this PC or my computer, click on properties. Earlier the advanced system settings used to come in the left part of it. Now this has moved to the right part of it. So if you see the old videos and you compare, okay, I do not see this particular screen. So anyways, this video will also clear this particular doubt, that you have to look to the right of the screen instead of the left of the screen, because the UI has changed in Windows 10, probably also in Professional Edition. This is home of mine. This is Home Edition. In Professional Edition, I think it should have also changed, because there have been a lot of updates in the past 6 months or 7 months for Windows, actually, Windows operating system. So that's it, guys. I hope you liked this session, and if you did, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel, Automation Hub Sathak, and thanks for liking and sharing my videos. Thank you so much. Sathak here, signing off.